Hi, I'm Rebecca Dudensing, an Associate Professor and Community Engagement Economist with the Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service. A colleague recently told me that they know I love communities and community development, but that passion just isn't coming through on social media posts where I type, "Hey, check out the latest fact sheet." They suggested I try video, and I'm a little nervous about this, but they're right. I am passionate about rural development. I also like to talk, and I can talk faster than I can type. And I'm a listening learner, and maybe some of you are too. So we're going to give this a go. And passion is where we're going to start, because passion is why I'm involved in rural communities. I do love rural communities, and I do love rural community development, and I love working with passionate people who love their organizations and businesses and communities and the people they want to serve. When I was in high school, I would kind of go to basketball practice and then come home and help feed cattle maybe and eat supper and then procrastinate. So I'd still be doing my homework when my dad would come home from meetings at 10 or 11 o'clock at night. And when he would come home from a school board meeting or a site council meeting, he was tired and frustrated at best, and sometimes downright angry about things that had been discussed. But he also belonged to the Western Prairie Resource Conservation and Development Council, or RC&D, affiliated with USDA and NRCS. And that was the RC&D for all of Northwest Kansas. And when he would come home from those meetings, sometimes it was even later because that meeting might be an hour away from home. But he'd come home and he'd be excited and energized. And he'd say, "Hey, I want to talk to you about what's going on in Sherman County. I want to tell you about the new project in Sheridan County. Let me tell you what the board is doing. We've got great things going on right now." It was a completely different mindset. And that was fascinating. And even though that's not what I went to Kansas State for my undergrad for, it continued to intrigue me. And it is ultimately what I ended up with a PhD in. Sometimes community and economic development are hard. Kudos to the people serving on the hard boards, making the hard decisions, doing the hard work. There will usually be miserable moments. That's normal. But all of us want to belong to passionate, positive communities, spurring change and supporting each other and achieving great things. And this is a great time to do that. Many of us have sat back in our homes for the last several months and thought about what's passionate to us. We've noticed what we miss most about our normal lives when we're not able to go about our normal lives. And so as we start to open up our communities and our economies throughout the spring, it's a great time to find the places where our passion meets the opportunity and people that we encounter. If you're not sure where to find a great community organization to belong to, you might just walk into your local economic development office or your Chamber of Commerce or your extension office or even your local newspaper and ask for ideas. But I suspect that many of you already know about organizations whose mission matches your passion. If you're an organization looking for passionate people, my research has shown that you might start with youth and other youth sports and other youth activities. People who are stepping up there may be willing to step up in the broader community. The key is to find places where their passion meets your mission. Also, most of us are looking for smaller task and time-framed responsibilities, not ongoing commitments. Give me a job, not an officership, at least right now. But it is a great time to find a place for your passion. Happy New Year.